Some things I picked up in B&M in a little haul. The shoe drawer under my stairs is beyond crazy. So right now, I'm going to go and organise that. I've also got a little Boots toiletries haul too. I would categorise everything I do in one of two categories. I've got an alternative for party bags for birthday parties to show you. Oh, I tell you what we have got on board with. I've been watching this with my husband. Okay, it's quite tingly now. Hi guys, Ree here from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to my channel. Pop me down here. And the first day of back to normal, I guess, after Christmas, for me at least. I mean, if you live in England, you probably will have been back to normal for some time, but our children here in Wales didn't break up till the 23rd of December. And considering yesterday was an inset day, today is my children's first day back to school. The weather is pretty grim here in Wales. It's pretty grim, but that is not putting a dampener on my mood. I am feeling quite kind of positive, and let's get into some really good routines for the new year. I've got loads of like really exciting videos I want to make. Well, they excite me anyway, about like new habits that I'm going to be taking into 2023. Habits I will be absolutely ditching and leaving in 2022. So I'm going to be working on all those videos this week. I'm working on my planner, which is kind of on early release at the moment because I haven't finished all of the tutorials on how to import it and things. So it's on like, at the time of filming, it's on like an early release, like a pre-release kind of price, because I haven't finished all the bits and pieces, but anyone that has bought it or is buying it at the moment will have all the extra bits delivered as soon as they are ready. But I need to film that little tutorial today, and then I also need to do a lot of little like organisation jobs. Something I very much want for 2023 is calm and balance. So I want to be working, you know, really productively while the children are in school, but I also want to have more downtime when they're home. So in order to do that, I feel like having clutter spots and disorganized bits that drain extra time and cause extra fuss need to kind of just be eliminated, you know, one by one. And something I noticed this morning as we were getting ready for school is the shoe drawer under my stairs is beyond crazy. So right now I'm going to go and organise that, and you can come with me and then we'll start getting on with some work. But right now that is like, it's gonna take 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute job. We can do it together, and then once it's done, we're gonna feel great. Well, I'm gonna feel great, and maybe you'll feel inspired to tackle a little 5-minute job yourself. So let's go and do that before we get on with some work, shall we? See, it looks neat and tidy from the outside, but when you look in here, dear me, I mean, no wonder we couldn't find anything. These are sandals, for goodness sake. It's flipping January. My children are not going to wear sandals in January, so I'm going to empty all this out super quickly, give it a quick clean, and put only the things we're actually using back in. Let's go. Got a pretty organised and spacious, because there is a little space to add more shoes in when the children get home, drawer that is for what the children call muffin boots, like Ugg type boots, training things, and some of mine. These are all my husband's. We've now got space, but that's because I've emptied out all these baskets. All these are flip-flops. We do not need flip-floppy, sandally things in January. These are Zara's shoes that I'm not sure if they fit her or not, so she needs to try those on, and then those can be donated, recycled, whatever. These are Bella's shoes that I'm not sure they fit her, and they can be donated, recycled, kept for Zara, whatever. And these are William's shoes that I think those are falling to bits. I'm not sure those fit him or not, so the children just need to try these on for me when they get home, and then I can put them where they need to go accordingly. But for now, that's a 5-minute job. Well done. I've just filmed a basic tutorial on how you can import the planner into the Notes app. I've been really procrastinating this because I wanted to make sure I included everything. It was really thorough. And I just realised that sometimes, you know what, done is better than best. And if the tutorial is not comprehensive enough and people still have questions, I can make another tutorial. And putting something off doing or starting at all because you're worried about being perfect or not perfect is quite frankly silly, even though it's something I do quite a lot. So I'm going to stop letting procrastination just be disguised as perfectionism, and I've just got on with it. So I'm going to edit that now, which should be quite easy to do because, can you hear that? It's silence. It's something I'm not used to. And as much as I really miss my children now that they're in school, it's really weird to have this silence. It means I can be super productive, which is part of my New Year thing, isn't it? Being super productive while they're in school, so I can actually have some decent downtime while they are home. I'm going to get on with the work now. I've now finished that section of editing that I was working on, and I'm now having what they call in my children's school a brain break, because I think the other thing I can be a bit guilty of doing sometimes is just sitting at my computer and not even getting up until it's time to go and get the children from school, which perhaps isn't the healthiest. It's sometimes better to step away, take a few minutes and go back, you know, in like Pomodoro method of working where you work intensely, take a short break, clear your head, go back. Can sometimes be more productive than just not moving at all and forgetting to like get up and go to the toilet or eat or anything, which is a bit silly. So I'm going to take this opportunity to sit and read a magazine, and I'm going to read a magazine using the Readly app. Now, Readly are very kindly sponsoring today's video, so thank you so much to them. I'm thrilled to be working with them again because this is something I genuinely love, and they've given me such a fantastic offer to share with you. So Readly, if you don't know, it is a magazine subscription app that you use digitally, so you can use it on your tablet, on your phone. Personally, I find tablets the easiest way to use it because it's a good size, you can flick through it, but you can read it on your phone if that's what suits you. The offer they've given me to share with you is if you use the link on screen now or down in the description below, you can get 2 months completely free. So that is more than enough time to try out the Readly app and really get a feel for how it fits into your lifestyle and read quite a lot of magazines during that free period before you decide whether you want to continue with it or not. There is no obligation at all to continue after that free period, and quite frankly, who doesn't love a little free trial? So I can just show you around the app briefly. You can go into the Discover tab and look at what is available. There is something like 7,000 different magazines, and they also have newspapers in here as well, so there's going to be something for absolutely everyone. You will have heard me talk about it before. The children use it. I've got sections for each different family member, because let's face it, the magazines I'm interested in aren't going to be the same ones my husband or my children are interested in. So this way I can set up my magazines, I can pick up where I've left off reading, I can set my own favourite, and it doesn't interfere with favourites that other family members have made. So there's a Discover page, or you could search by category if you're looking for something in particular. So maybe, like, I quite like reading like fashion and beauty magazines. It's quite a nice thing to flick through just for a few minutes, switch off from work. Or there are like family and parenting magazines, so many different titles to choose from. And then the tab that I use the most, to be honest, is my content. So rather than spending time flicking through wondering what I want to read, I would go into my content and look at like pre-selected favourites that I could then go into and flick through. So for now, I'm going to read the latest copy of Elle. I'm going to have a little flick through the magazine, read a couple of articles, just enough time to switch off my brain and clear my mind in my little brain break so that I can then sit back at the computer and be focused again. So you can read it in landscape mode, and that way you've got like the double page view as if you were reading it in like a traditional print magazine. You can zoom in on things if you want to make the writing bigger, or you can just turn it sideways and then you read one page at a time. Then you can also scroll right through the magazine to see the kind of thumbnail view, to see what you want to be checking out. Like, let's straight to that page. And then you can bookmark any pages that you'd like to come back to by clicking here, clicking save. There we go, we'll save the left page. And when you come out of that you can go under my content and bookmarks, and then you can see the page that you bookmarked. So that can be really handy if you want a specific article. Perhaps you're reading a parenting magazine and it's a really interesting article you want to go back to. Perhaps you're reading a magazine about cookery and things, there's a recipe you want to go back to. So lots of really handy features. There are lots of comics and things on here, so it's a really good way to encourage children to read. If they're slightly reluctant readers, reading something like a Beano on an iPad might feel less schooly, but it's still reading, it's still encouraging them to read. So if you want to grab that free trial, you can use the link down below. I can highly recommend it. Now I'm going to sit and have my few minutes of peace and quiet and enjoy. I'm going to sit and read for a few minutes of peace and quiet before I've got to switch my brain back on. Back at my desk, I would categorise everything I do in my job, computer-wise anyway, that isn't filming, you know, in one of two categories. The I need to really get my head down and concentrate on this stuff kind of category. So writing, editing, like actually doing the proper editing, you know. And then there's the other category, which is stuff that's a bit more mindless. And for the stuff that's a bit more mindless, I like to have something like on in the background to keep me company. Sometimes it's YouTube videos and sometimes it's like shows. No, not a show that I'd want to like really sit down and kind of absorb and watch. So sometimes it's a show that I'm rewatching or just something a bit mindless. So right now I need to finish a little video I'm working on for my Disney channel where I just need to go and find a load of B-roll clips. So B-roll's just clips of other things. So A-roll is like what I'm doing now, I'm talking to you now. And if I was to like layer clips of me typing or something over the top, that would be B-roll. So for the case of the Disney one, I need to find clips from various Disney vlogs. So I've literally just got to like look back through other vlogs, find clips, relevant clips to what I'm talking about. So it's reasonably mindless. So I'm going to stick Netflix on. I'm currently rewatching Ginny and Georgia, which I really enjoyed the first time around. I'm rewatching it because a new series, I think it's already come out. Now, when it's the new series, I'm going to want to sit and watch that properly because it's a really good show and I want to absorb it. But sometimes it's nice to have, I don't know, just if it's something you need to catch up on, like you've seen it, but you want to refresh your memory before you watch a new season or something. Things like that. I've been really enjoying. So Ginny and Georgia is one I've been really enjoying. What else have I been really enjoying lately that I can tell you guys about? Let me see. Oh, I tell you what we have got on board with. I've been watching this with my husband. Married at First Sight. Now, I know we're really late to the party on this one. I'm aware that we're really late to the party. But we only recently started watching it within the last couple of months. And it's such a switch off TV, isn't it? It's so interesting. Fascinated. I took psychology as an A-level. I should have done it as a degree, really. I just find it so fascinating. And the first few seasons, there was like a priest and a marriage counsellor or something like that. It seemed quite like normal people. It seemed like they were genuinely trying to put people together, genuinely wanted to, you know, to find someone. Now, I'm not going to spoil it too much if you haven't seen it, although I'm so late to the party, I'm sure everyone else has seen it by now. But basically, there are not very many successful matches. They seem to miss out on quite key factors. So the first few seasons, they do genetic testing, they do all sorts of stuff like that. But they seem to, like, there was one series where one woman, like, was obsessed with her cat. She was a really proud cat mum. And the guy was allergic to cats. So it'd be like, have you not asked the most basic questions? You know, like these matchmakers. It'd be like putting someone that loves climbing and skydiving and something with me who hates heights, you know. It seemed that although they were like going on these scientific principles and things, it seemed like they'd missed some of the basics. Anyway, so that the first few seasons seemed quite normal people, like, and by normal people, I'm not like normal's not what it's supposed to use. It's not supposed to use. That's not rude, but you know what I mean. Quite everyday people then. Quite I can't even think of the word that I'm just political correctness gone mad, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Quite standard people who genuinely seem to be in it for wanting to find love or whatever. And then it seems they hit a certain season. Was it season like 4, 5, 6, something like that? And I think it was like the production had switched. It seemed that, now we did watch some sort of really mindless thing, what was it called? Love is Blind, that came out during lockdown. And it seems like it went from a show where like a priest was trying to match people up with someone they might want to marry, to more of a Love is Blind. Maybe it felt like some of the participants were less looking for love and were more looking like a platform to launch themselves a little bit more. It all seemed a little bit more, there was a lot more slow-mo, and the production, do you know what I mean? It seemed very different. It seemed a lot more in the style of Love is Blind than in the style of something more made by Channel 4. Does that make more sense? Does that make sense? But anyway, we've been watching that and we're on the very last season, but we're only a few episodes in. Now, I believe the last season only recently aired, but it's all available on More4. I think you can watch it. So we're watching it for free with ads, or you can pay to get rid of the ads. But we're just watching it. I'm actually watching that with my husband because we're just having really interesting conversations about, well, why were those people matched and why would it work? Why wouldn't it work? And I just find that really interesting. And it seems that some of the things, especially, like, I can't get my head around why they would match someone that really wanted children with someone that really didn't want children. That seems quite a fundamental non-negotiable, perhaps, that, you know, there are certain things you can get around. Maybe even if I was matched up with a skydiver, I could just not go skydiving, whatever. But if someone wants children, someone doesn't want children, that's surely something that needs to be discussed, or certainly the experts should take into account. So, I don't know, have you seen Married at First Sight? We're just finding it really interesting. But definitely the way that it's switched from the type of show it was at the beginning to the type of show it is now. I guess it feels more perhaps American, different production style. I'd be interested to see the different seasons, like from different countries as well. So have you seen any of the other Married at First Sight, and how did you feel they compared? I had to Google, are they really married? And apparently the first few seasons they were legally married, and the last couple of seasons they haven't been legally married, and that's why they call it the experiment. They say the commitment and stuff, and they use the word divorce. Are you going to seek a divorce, they'd say at the beginning, or are you going to leave the experiment, they say in the most recent series. So they were legal marriages, now they're not legal marriages. They're much longer series now, these last couple of ones as well. But yeah, just total tangent that no one really asked for, but that's some other TV we have been quite enjoying. Oh, and Call the Midwife. Call the Midwife's back on. That's more my kind of thing than my husband's kind of thing as well, really. He's not so into all that, you know, the childbirthy stuff. He will sit and watch that with me, but really he's not that into that one. The other one I'm really excited to watch, again, this will be with a Daria 4, kind of sitting down to watch one when we finish Married at First Sight. Manifest. I think it's on Netflix. There were several series of Manifest. If you haven't seen it, they go on a plane. It sounds really weird. They go on a plane and the plane disappears and it shows up, is it 8 years later? There's a number of years later. But for them, it's just been like they thought they were in an electrical storm and then they landed. It was like minutes. So it's a really interesting series. It ended and it was cancelled, and the internet went mad. The internet's like, bring back Manifest, and they did. So I'll be interested to sit and watch another series of that. But that's one that's like quite a lot of mystery, and it's a bit like Lost, I guess, if you ever watched Lost. That kind of, is it supernatural? Is it, you know, and it keeps delving back into people's pasts and what's happened. Anyway, that's another one that I do need to watch. Right, I'm going to get on with this because I'm chatting again and not finishing the tasks I'm supposed to be doing. But let me know in the comments which series you have been enjoying, because I always love your recommendations. Some of my favourite TV series that we sat down and really enjoyed have been on your recommendations. So please do feel free to share with me and each other in the comments which TV series I need to watch next. My computer is now rendering the work I just did, meaning I sort of need to leave it alone. So I thought before I go and get the children from school, I would show you some things I picked up in B&M in a little haul. I've got an alternative for party bags for birthday parties to show you. I've also got a little Boots toiletries haul too. So yesterday, the last day that the children were in school, we went bowling. This was partly because I was thinking about booking a bowling birthday party for Bella and one for William. I wanted to do it in person. I wanted to go and check the children liked it and were happy with it before I actually booked the parties. Obviously there's no point in booking it as a birthday party if they just weren't that into it. I also wanted to check there weren't any hiccups or anything for children with autism, and children generally often, my children specifically anyway, seem to enjoy things more when they're familiar with the situation. So we went bowling. As it happens, they all loved it. Zara was a little overstimulated with the noise in there when we first got there. So I thought, should I have brought some sort of headphone ear defender things? But then she did kind of get used to it. But I'm glad that we kind of got over that before the birthday party. Anyway, I've booked it as a birthday party. William and Bella having separate birthday parties, but on the same day. so I can supervise them simultaneously, and Zara's just going to bowl with one friend. Instead of party bags, and I've done this in previous years for January birthdays because it's a bit of a novelty, we popped to B&M, oh no, don't drop them, and picked up 2 trays of Easter eggs. I've got to admit, the Easter eggs were more than I was planning to spend. Previous years, there've been Easter eggs for £1, which I guess were that size, and then Easter eggs for £1.50 that were a bit bigger. The ones that I thought were going to be priced at £1.50 were actually £4 in B&M, so I don't know if that's the cost of living and the cost of Easter eggs going up. But anyway, rather than giving each child a goodie bag, I'm going to send them each home with an Easter egg. It's in January. Oh, they're all sliding off. It's likely to be their first Easter egg of the year, and I just thought it's going to be easier for me rather than thinking, what will children of this age like, and organising lots of bits and pieces. They're all going to like a bit of chocolate. It's a simple, you know, thanks for coming, there's your one thing, keeping it really simple. And to be honest, if I was going to do a November or December birthday party, I'd probably go with a selection box because it's just simple, it's easy, everyone's going to like it. I just thought that's another way to simplify things for birthday parties. So I've booked those birthday parties. They are later this month. I will report back and let you know how all of that goes. But I actually thought it was pretty good value. There's food and drink included for a set price per child. But I'll let you know how it all goes. Okay, so other bits I picked up other than the Easter eggs in B&M. It was literally a really quick dash around. It was not a big shop because I just had my auntie, the 3 little ones with me. But have I even been to B&M unless I picked up some mint skinny whips and some strawberry skinny whips? We've been over this before. There are about 11 billion flavours of these now, and these are the only 2 that are amazing. Some of the others are sort of alrightish, like I wouldn't not eat them if I was starving, but these are amazing. And then I picked up some of this. I think I saw this when I last went shopping and took you guys with me in a bit of a B&M come shop with me, and I've picked some up now to try. So I've got this pink rose soothing toner from Garnier for dry and sensitive skin. Now I have both dry and sensitive skin. I've got a toner on the go at the moment. I've got like a little small sample one from Charlotte Tilbury. Obviously it's going to be quite expensive to repurchase that. I do really like it. So if that does the same job, smells nice, then obviously that's a lot more affordable than replacing the little sample Charlotte Tilbury one that I had, even though I like it. So this is supposed to be applied after removing makeup, apply on face with a cotton pad. Cool, we'll give that a go and report back, but if anyone's tried that, let me know what they thought. And then I also got another one of these little micellar, is it micellar? Micellar, I don't even know. How do you pronounce that? Micellar water, micellar water. I've had, not this brand, but different types of micellar water before. But I thought this was really cute, like travel size. It is exactly 100 ml, so that would be okay even if it was going in hand luggage, just for kind of taking off makeup, especially mascara. Now that I am using mascara again, I'm not having my eyelashes done. I used to have, for quite a long time, eyelash like infills, but it just got really high maintenance, having to go all the time. Obviously the cost is a factor, but just taking the time off work to go and have it done was sort of quite a big drain as well. I have been using an eyelash serum and mascara. I've had, instead of having eyelash infills, I'm still having an eyelash, what's it called, an LVL lash lift, but that only has to be every 2 months, and that sort of makes it look like your eyelashes are curled permanently, because even with eyelash curlers, after about an hour my eyelash is like a downward ski slope without having like a lash lift. Whereas this, I guess it's like an eyelash perm, it kind of smells like that kind of smell, just to permanently kill them. But I still feel like I need mascara, and after having eyelash extensions for so long, I felt like my eyelashes were quite kind of thin and, well, just not thick and not very long anyway. So this eyelash serum I've been using, I would say my eyelashes are looking better than they were when I started using it. I'm quite pleased with them anyway. My mascara's been on all day now and it's still not looking too bad. So I will link the serum and the mascara that I'm currently using down in the description for those of you that have been asking. But I'm not, I think it says you're supposed to use it for 2 to 3 months before you see like the real results. So I guess I will feedback once I have used it for that amount of time. But I'm just thinking so far, so good. Let's get these out of the way, shall we? Oh no. Ugh. Let's put these on the floor before they fall. Now it's time for my boots haul. What have we got in here? I can't even remember what I ordered now. Aha. starting off with a whole load of toothpaste. So I got 2 of the Colgate Total. I'm not especially loyal to toothpaste brands for adult toothpaste. It tends to be whatever has lots of lovely claims on it and is on offer. Let me know in the comments, are you pretty loyal to a toothpaste brand or just kind of go where the offers are like I tend to? Oh, actually, tell a lie, I got 3 of those because it is good to stock up when they're on a deal. Then for Bella, this is the only one that she likes at the moment. They've all gone through phases of being really specific with toothpaste. William is kind of through the other side of that now. He used to be really specific with toothpaste when he was younger, and now will luckily pretty much use whichever adult toothpaste I buy. Bella, however, is still on this. Zara, I'm struggling to get off the little teeth one, the one with someone on a bike that she likes, but I've bought this one for her to try because this one is a 6 to 8 and she is nearly 6, so she's on the one that goes up to age 5. I mean, I guess the other one won't do her any harm, but it just, the stronger toothpastes, I guess, that's not a word. The stronger toothpaste will have more fluoride and tooth-loving chemicals in them, I guess. So I'm going to try and wean her onto the one that's going to be more age appropriate, at least after her birthday, but we'll see how that goes. Then more tooth stuff. I got some mouthwash because we were in need of that. Then for body wash, having gone round the houses with various shower gels, I go through phases of just choosing really like fruity smelling like mango and lime and lemon and things for the shower gels. But then I tend to come back to preferring this Dove sort of nourishing body wash because we all have really dry, sensitive skin. So it seems sensible to kind of put a bit of moisture back in with the body wash in the shower. Then these were on 3 for 2, so I got 3 of them. These are by far my favourite dry shampoos of the moment. If there is a better and yet still pretty affordable dry shampoo, do let me know. But this one seems to actually do the job of making my hair seem cleaner, fresher when it's kind of close to wash day, especially my fringe. I do find, because I fiddle with my fringe on the front bits, those bits get greasier a bit quicker. But this one tends to make my hair feel cleaner and look cleaner without leaving any kind of nasty residue. I tend to put dry shampoo in before bed and then it kind of works its way through by the morning. That sort of seems to be a bit of a tip, and sometimes blow drying it through seems to help. But this one is by far my favourite. It smells good and it just does a really good job. I try not to overwash my hair. See, that smells amazing. I try not to overwash my hair because I find the more I wash my hair, the quicker it gets greasy. And also the more I wash my hair, the more I have to blow dry my hair, and that's more styling and more damage and more hassle and more time. So do you use dry shampoo? And if so, what is your brand of choice? I'm always open to learning about new options. And then I got 2 little lip glosses to try. This one because it fulfills a specific need, and this one because everyone's raving about it. So let's start with this one. This is the Soap and Glory brand, which is exclusive to Boots. I believe Soap and Glory was started by someone that used to be something to do with Benefit Cosmetics. It has very similar sort of branding messages, kind of cheeky kind of feel to it. Now this is a clear lip gloss and I wanted it for a very specific reason. This comes in this kind of tube that's more like a toothpastey dispenser tube, that kind of thing, as opposed to a doe foot applicator that goes in. So the reason I wanted this is it's a clear lip gloss and I wanted it to put on top of colours, specifically red, which I mean we've probably gone past it with red a bit because red party season, but I had a red lipstick I was wearing at Christmas and I didn't have a gloss to go over it that was clear, and I didn't want a gloss that was going to dip in, because then if you dip it in and then put it on your lips, you're going to dip the colour back into it and infect the clear gloss, or you have to spray it on your hand and use a brush and things. So I thought with this it'd be easy enough to just squeeze a tiny bit out and just apply it like so, which I thought would be easier, or I could even put it directly on my lips, couldn't I? I thought that would be easier than using an applicator because it's a clear gloss. This smells non-offensive, I guess. Now I seem to remember this is a plumping one, so I've just put it on. Are we expecting tingles? I thought it was tingly. I mean, I have got, there you go, it says, just brush onto lips and tribute to yourself. They're getting bigger. It's likely they'll feel plumper. You'll notice a bit of a buzz. Now I have got some lipstick on, so maybe I'm not feeling the buzz because of the lipstick protecting my lips, but I don't know. Anyway, I wanted a clear gloss. That has now given me just a tiny bit of clear gloss. I guess if I put it on, I'm sure I had one of these before and it felt stronger than this. Maybe I've not put enough on. Let's try. Maybe it needs more. Nope, definitely no. I have smudged all over the, oh, hang on. We're getting a bit of tingle. I have it needed more or some time. Okay, it's quite tingly now. Yep, that's quite tingly. I don't know if my lips are visibly getting bigger, but that's quite tingly now. Okay, so I have mucked up the end of that, but that's nothing a tissue's not going to fix. Whereas if it was one of those dippy applicators, it would actually change the colour of the product left in the tube. Yeah, that's definitely tingly now. Okay, I like it. I don't mind the tingle. I'm here for it. So if you are looking for a clear gloss that doesn't have that dippy applicator, because especially for a clear gloss, it's going to be more relevant, isn't it? Because there's more to go gunky. If your clear gloss goes gunky, you're going to know all about it. Anyway, I'll link that as well as everything else I've mentioned below. And then on to this, which is a little bit of a newbie. I haven't tried this before, but the internet seems to have been raving about it. Now, apparently this is almost an exact dupe for the Fenty lip gloss. Now, Fenty is Rihanna, the singer's brand. The Fenty lip gloss that this is a dupe for has been like the top lip gloss that everyone's absolutely raving about, and then everyone's raving about this as a dupe of it. So this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. The problem is now I've already put gloss on. How many glosses do I need? Now this has got, this is what I meant about the applicator. If this was a clear one and you put that on top of lipstick and then you dunked it back in, it would put whatever was on your lips back in the tube, wouldn't it? Which would be silly. Okay, shall I wipe this off and try again? Let's see if we can wipe off the existing. Wow, my lips are still tingling. This is not going to be a very accurate test, is it? Because I already had some stuff on my lips. The tingle's not gone, but you know, it's better than nothing. Okay, so what do we think of this? That I am gonna, okay, so I think it feels lovely. What do we think of that? I'm gonna grab a mirror so I can actually see. Now, I don't know if my lips are tingling from the last one or from this one. The colour's nice. It's quite sheer. It's quite like natural looking. So it's not a clear gloss. Maybe it needs a bit more. I just swatched that on my hand. It has got a bit of pigment to it. It's not totally clear, but it's not too overpowering either. So that's probably quite a good one for my handbag. I would not cry if I lost it because it's not as expensive as obviously if I went and bought a Fenty lip gloss. So yeah, so far so good. Just, does anyone know if this is supposed to make your lips tingle or not? The Maybelline one. Or is it the other thing that I've put on? I guess I'll have to try another day and let you know. It's just about time to go and get my children from school. So thank you so much to Readly for sponsoring this video. Don't forget you can grab that free trial for the magazine subscription by using the link in the description. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe with bell notifications on so you do not miss any more videos. You can find more videos on screen now to choose from. I shall see you guys over there.